Well, 4,647 eyes were able to go and look at today's game in person at Clune Arena, the largest attendance since 2013. But unfortunately, it's the Rams that came away with a 9-point victory over the Air Force Falcons. Justin Adams and Rachel Gallagher here with you. And this is one of those games where it was tied up at 42 apiece. It was close throughout, but Rachel, it was Colorado State in the second half making every play in order to get this big win.
Yeah, and it was also Air Force went cold a little bit, especially from the three-point line. And I love their effort. I love how they really tried to, especially Ritas Petritis did a great job of just trying to insert his will in the paint. But, you know, CSU outscored Air Force 40-31 in that second half. They did a great job, got a lot of free throw attempts in. It was really a choppy game, and I think that worked in CSU's favor. Air Force was not able to really go on any type of run.
Yeah, especially for Joel Scott. This young man had 16 free throw attempts. That's a lot of free throws right there if you don't know with college basketball. But it was just that type of game for Colorado State. They were able to grind Air Force and get this W.
Well, and the game kind of started out from the bat. Was really Air Force doing a good job of forcing turnovers. They forced CSU into 8 turnovers on this game, and there were some critical ones, and that's kind of how Air Force hung around here in the first half. Bo Becker really set the tone offensively, knocked down a couple big threes early on in the first half, but I think that foul trouble, he got in foul trouble, he got that technical, we'll see that here in a second, that really hindered his ability to kind of find any flow. And Isaiah Stevens, I mean, we're going to continue to talk about this guy and how impactful he was. He finished with a game-high 29 points, and he did such a good job of picking and choosing when he wanted to be aggressive offensively. And right now, we'll take a look at one more Isaiah Stevens play down there at the rim, attacking the basket. And this was the technical foul from Bo Becker, just that pound on the ground. This was a big momentum swing. Joe Scott got a technical as well. We had 3 technicals issued in this game, so this was a 5-point swing. This handed CSU 5 points, from trips to the free throw line, then Isaiah Stevens right before halftime attacking the rim.
That made the score 42-42. At that point, both teams were shooting 59% from the floor, but then we got to the second half. Colorado State was able to shoot 73% in the second half. Air Force dropped down to 37%. Main reason why that the Rams were able to walk away with the win.
And that 8-0 run early out of the gate, and a lot of fouls. A lot of choppy play, and I think CSU did such a good job of attacking the paint. They finished with 34 points in the paint, and I think you saw kind of that Air Force defense really get tired, and that's what CSU will do. They'll wear you down a little bit, and just kind of insert their will. And Isaiah Stevens with this dagger right here, that kind of did it, and that kind of did Air Force in. I mean, they kept it close, still keeping this just an 11-point game. It's not like they ran away with this thing. As we take a look at the numbers, the rebounding numbers, Air Force still did a good job, able to out-rebound Colorado State. But again, those 3-point numbers in the second half for the Falcons, that's an area this team, they lead the Mountain West in their ability to knock down perimeter shots, and I think that them going cold was a difference maker.
Well, how about this in the second half for Air Force? They only shot 3 of 14 from downtown in the second half. You miss those shots, leads out to those long rebounds, and Colorado State was able to take full advantage and go away with a W in this one. Before we let you go, we know both of these teams will play in the first round of the Mountain West tournament in Las Vegas, Nevada. Let's go take a look quickly at both teams. Where do you think Colorado State could be in this tournament? Can they win the whole thing?
I think they absolutely can win the whole thing. I mean, you got a special player and a guy like Isaiah Stevens, a 5th-year guy, started every game of his career. He wants to go out on top, and they want to go win this thing. And for Air Force, I mean, it's about having a fresh, brand new season. You've shown that you can hang in there with a lot of these teams in this conference. So it's about a fresh start, going in there and just being confident and seeing if you can catch lightning in a bottle.
Yeah, by the way, this is the final game that we will do here as the Air Force Falcons will go to the Mountain West tournament. So before I go, I want to say this, Rachel. Yesterday was International Women's Day, and I really just want to appreciate all the work that you have done.
Very
you have
sweet.
been fantastic all season long, and I've been able to work with several different color commentators. You are definitely the best of the bunch. Thank you so much for all the work that you did. Yeah, you're amazing right here. There's Rachel Gallagher. I'm Justin Adams. As we will say so long here from Clune Arena. Well, once again, the Colorado State Rams were able to walk away with the 82-73 victory over the Air Force Falcons. So that's it for Air Force Athletics on Altitude this season. Thank you all so much for joining us all year, as this has been a presentation of Altitude Sports and Entertainment, your home for the Air Force Falcons. For Rachel Gallagher and the entire crew, I'm Justin Adams saying thank you so much for joining us, and we'll see you next time on Altitude Sports and Entertainment. God bless.